So begins the end for Darkseid.
I've never seen a being this strong. Maybe one. He's back.
I spent a lot of time trying to divide us.
Cyborg. Okay, so
I made a promise.
they should have switched out Cyborg and Martian Manhunter, and then just had Brainiac instead of the mother boxes.
I think they could have had both. It's a 4-hour fucking film. They could have had. They could have
had a Green Lantern come in there.
Honestly,
they actually wanted they wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
He really because in like during the minute he's like gods, men, and lantern and like aliens, like guardians from lanterns. He wanted them, but then like they were just like, but he wanted to do John
Warner
Stewart
Brothers.
too.
Warner Brothers stopped him.
Wasn't that Green Lantern? Movie.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Yeah,
they want
that was half of it. They were just
they wanted. They're doing a Green Lantern show for HBO Max.
Are they really? Are they using John Stewart?
We don't know.
Because I know Zack Snyder wanted to use
John
Stewart.
He wanted to use John Stewart, and Warner Brothers was
like,
nah.
I think that would have been a good addition if you were to add another 30 minutes to the movie.
Yeah.
Just be like...
They had plenty of time. They could just cut some of the boring shit in the middle.
Let's talk about the big bad.
Yeah.
Mr. Apocalypse himself. Darkseid. Darkseid burns, bro. Why they have to bitch my man out?
Like not show him?
No, why they had to bitch my man out? Sorry, you was that?
Oh, okay. So Diana's telling the story of the fucking original fucking fight and shit
that she got through being Indiana Jones, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
I need another good Wonder Woman movie.
Keep going. We're tag teaming.
Yeah.
Fucking. And so Steppenwolf isn't even in this fucking scene.
Yeah.
Darkseid shows up, smashes his fucking shit against the ground for a reason that's later revealed. That's stupid, but whatever. Yeah. Fucking some dude with an axe just comes up and just fucking slams against, just fucks him up. And then he's gone. That's it.
No, so imagine you skipped over that part. It's a very They did explain who they are, but it's just that some dude with an axe taking out Darkseid, the god of apocalypse, who the universe is supposed to fear, kind of bitches him out a little bit.
Like he didn't even do much before.
But that's my dude Ares.
No, it is your dude Ares. But the earthing gods are nothing compared to the new gods of apocalypse. In fact, I think the only people that Darkseid fears are the other new gods from New Genesis.
Yeah.
Right? So that's weak, and the only reason they did that was to put the anti-life equation in Earth as another MacGuffin for Justice League Part 2.
God, I love the anti-life equation. That's such a good fucking... Sorry, that is such a good line.
Here we are disagreeing again. I think the anti-life equation is the stupidest, coolest thing in the world. Mostly because it's that Jack Kirby 60s shit where it's like, let's just take a regular equation and put some space shit in front of it, and it's a thing now.
Did you watch Young Justice?
Stupid. Yeah,
all of it? All of it?
Yeah.
Okay. So I think I don't know how they were trying to perceive it in the movie. Honestly, when the minute they started getting to that, when he was like, it's on the planet's surface, I clocked out as a fanboy because I'm like, that's not how the anti-life equation works.
No,
it's
just an equation.
It's literally supposed to be. It's literally an equation that Halo accidentally gets, and which kind of annoyed me that they brought up the anti-life equation because even in the comics, Halo is a character and
So I always thought the anti-life equation, because I also searched this up, but the anti-life equation is just this equation that Darkseid has been searching for that he can't get.
Yeah, it's the anti-life equation is it's almost like complete control.
It is. It allows you to control. Yeah. It allows you absolute control over
all life. Pretty much.
Yeah.
That's pretty much
it's kind of a misnomer because you think it's like death, but no, it robs you of freedom. Yeah. Pretty much.
Yeah, anti-life equation
shouldn't be called the anti-life equation.
Well, it is anti-life.
It's to be this metaphor for being able to make your own decisions and choose.
That is life rather than breath
anti-life and
shit.
Exactly.
But that's
it's still
dumb as hell. Yes.
Dumb as fucking
It's comic book.
Yeah.
So putting that in the Earth, right, being the only reason to bring Darkseid here and it makes him stupid because he fucking forgets that he put the bitch on Earth.
Yeah, no.
The motherfucker forgot his wallet, and he's like, "Shit, did I put it in my other pants?"
That threw me off. He was like when Stephen was like, "Oh yes, the anti-equation Earth is here on Earth." It's like, nigga, you were here.
You were here.
You not remember the huge axe that went through your fucking body, and you said you were gonna return and get revenge? And
he was
that's
like,
another
"Shit, I
thing.
did some other
That's
shit."
That bothered me. It was like, why do you need the mother boxes to show up? Because
you've
been there.
You've been there.
You've been there.
Just put it in Tom.
You have boom tubes. That's the thing. That's another thing. You have boom tubes.
Ain't nobody said boom tubes. No time. I love boom tubes. Is probably one of my favorite words in the DC universe.
I was really mad.
I love boom tubes.
I was really mad they didn't say that because when you don't know what they gotta start calling it first off. That's one thing DC they hate when they name things later on because boom tubes was one of those things they also named later things people just teleport and shit and you'd be like, please explain that.
Yep. Yep.
And later they just said boom tube, but they never said in the movie, and that kind of bothered me too. And then Cyborg's supposed to be more. Yeah, Cyborg's supposed to be more with the
attuned into the mother boxes and stuff. That was one of the greatest changes from the New 52 is how Cyborg is created through the mother box, and thus has control of the mother box to a certain extent.
Yeah, and they should have.
That was in comics.
Yeah. They should have leaned on that. Honestly, I was hoping they would make him a mother box. When he reached into his closet and got all that, I was hoping he would fuse with it or something and he would become the mother box.
So I got two more things. You know where I'm going.
I got two more things.
One half of that.
Yeah, that bothered me too. I'm not gonna front.
Oh yeah, no, I know where he's going.
First, let's keep on to the Apocalypse crew.
Yeah.
Because that change is really important because it also robs Steppenwolf. Steppenwolf's whole story in the Whedon cut is that he's been disgraced because he's the one who lost Earth.
Yeah.
To just a ragtag group. He lost to the Pretenders.
Yeah.
And got exiled,
yeah.
right? So then he has to come back and reclaim his rights, right? Now Darkseid loses, and the whole movie, the whole 4-hour fucking movie, we're talking about Steppenwolf. He's done some deceitful things. You have betrayed some, and we never know what the fuck that is.
Right. I was so curious. I was like, and also this nigga was fighting so hard for one planet.
For one planet, bro.
Dog, you got 49,999 to go. Move on.
Hey,
Mars is
I'm taking it down. I'm taking over Mars.
Neptune. There's 10 other planets you can get right there.
My lord, I've taken over this planet. It's called Uranus.
All
right, fine. Don't laugh. Fuck you.
And if he terraforms, does it matter? Take Venus.
Doesn't matter. That is
trust me. I thought that was one thing I was just I don't want and I agree. It made more sense. It would make more sense if Steppenwolf had showed up to Earth, had started to fuse some other boxes, and the scene towards the end of the movie, where the window opens up and you see you got Granny Good, you got Darkseid, you got the other just staring down, you see Superman, and I'm just on the other side, just what's up? That same exact scene at the very beginning.
Make sure you talk in the mic, yeah.
Except Steppenwolf is they're starting the same thing, and then they kill Slash Steppenwolf pushing through, and you have the old gods staring back too, and have that chill moment, and then Darkseid's fuck, and then Steppenwolf fails. That's all that shit. Skip forward, same exact scene. It's more powerful because it's yo, those were the old ones. These are our new protectors. But see small things like that.
Welcome, my child.
Welcome to the dark side.
Don't get me wrong. I still love this movie. I still think it's one of the best. I still think it's I think Aquaman was a really good movie, but I still
Shazam was the jump.
Shazam
was my jammy jam.
That's why I want to give DC that's why this movie I like and it upsets me at the same time because it's if this cut had come out a little bit earlier, maybe just with maybe
again, talk to the mic.
Yeah, maybe just if this could have come up a little bit earlier, maybe just a few little differences. You know what I mean? Maybe we could, but they just have to retcon it. It was just so much. Just they just made just a pile of shit. And now they're just kind of all right, so what's usable in this?
Right.
And you didn't have to do that. They just fucked themselves, and it's annoying.
I'm gonna keep going, bro. I'm gonna keep going. I'm sorry. I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep going, bro.
There's a lot more.
No, there is
4 hours long.
It's okay. I still like it though. That's the thing. I still like it.
Let's talk about these mother boxes real quick.
Yeah. Okay.
The mother boxes of the mother box of the Amazons, encased in metal, hidden in a chamber, guarded by Amazonian princesses from time immemorial. The box of Atlanteans, Tentacle porn in an ancient tomb of tentacle porn. The box of man. 1 foot deep of dirt.
Yeah, no, sorry. We had the same exact conversation about that shit. We were like, wait, that's a flood. Like, bro, that's a light raid.
That's exactly what
Word
Trae
for
said.
word.
No, like,
Word for word,
I'm
bro.
just gonna say they ain't see holes.
Yeah.
You make the hole as deep and wide as your fucking shovel. That's the minimum, bro.
Yeah. Like,
That's it.
I agree. Like, and also, like, that was some shitty protecting.
Yes.
Like, the Atlanteans have proven to have, because of Aquaman 2, we know this. The Atlanteans literally have, like, massive fucking armies.
Yep.
Like, of different fucking races across, like, where were they? First off, sorry.
Well,
like,
because these events happen in Aquaman where they come, the seven seas come together. Yeah.
I get
This
it.
is why
I get
Aquaman
it.
should
Yeah.
come first.
I agree.
Like, it would make more sense to have more dudes to fight an army of enslaved beings
Yeah.
from across.
Okay.
I don't
So
understand
the
why.
first time the Darkseid is defeated, he is defeated by the armies of Earth, the seven races brought together.
Yeah.
The second time his crew is defeated is by 7 people.
Yeah.
Huh?
Well, they got Superman, bro.
Yeah.
Oh,
They-
excuse me.
they
They do
did-
have
Man.
they do have
They did not have a
Superman.
And
Kryptonian, and Wonder
Wonder
Woman is a better Amazon than the rest. You gotta think that.
Yeah.
Steppenwolf does say that,
Yeah.
which then again makes
And Flash wasn't there either.
You're right.
Sorry, I got you, though. I get
no,
you
no,
what you
no,
mean,
no. But then, so looking at Darkseid is like Darkseid. I know you growling and stuff, but you ain't shit. We've already shown that you ain't shit to him. Then,
Yeah.
Because if you getting beat up by Ares' axe, it's a wrap, bro.
Who Wonder Woman bodies?
Who Wonder Woman bodies?
Wonder Woman bodies.
She bodied the fuck out of him, bro.
So it's a wrap already, bro. It's a wrap on Darkseid. Can we get him offset?
Okay.
Bring in Brainiac.
Dead ass. Brainiac is
No.
such a good villain.
Even better, bring in the Anti-Monitor.
The anti-monitor.
Bring in the
I
Anti-Monitor.
don't even know who that is.
That is pretty much the end all.
Yeah.
You know the anti-life equation? That is anti-life.
Yeah.
Oh.
The Monitor created the
Actually.
universe. The anti-Monitor is his opposite.
Oh.
I wish
Okay.
I wish DC would give the Green Lanterns another shot. Like, you know how they wanted to make that Green Lantern Corps movie? Is that still a thing? Is that plans?
It's in the works. It's one of those
That shit ain't never
potential
coming out.
things, but they're focused on a Green Lantern show now. So we don't.
I
we
think-
don't
That shit
know.
ain't never
I think
coming
the
out.
Green Lantern, like,
Well,
Green
there's
Lantern's a
stuff
key.
there's stuff
No, you're
being
good.
done with Green Lantern. To be
yeah,
fair,
they are.
Okay.
a character from, and this is spoilers, I don't know how deep y'all ever going to get into Arrowverse or nothing like that, but a
You can
character
go
from
ahead.
the Arrowverse does get a Green Lantern ring,
Oh, word.
and will possibly show up as Green Lantern on Legends of Tomorrow, the show, possibly. I don't know, as you know, it's a rumor type shit. So that's you know, they want to show Green Lantern. I think DC Warner Brothers realize how much beloved Green Lantern is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They are just dragging their feet.
Like I can't remember what stuff I've seen from way back when, but the Green Lanterns do some cool shit.
Yeah, they do.
They do the shit where they had a fucking super lantern and they were using that to do something.
Yeah.
It's all just scraps in my head now.
No, I agree.
But fucking they go to like supercharge their fucking rings
Yeah.
in a super lantern. Like that's already cool.
Dude,
Well, that's just I think you're thinking of the
cartoon,
giant
right?
lantern on Oa,
yeah.
where
Sure.
they all charge their
Yeah, like it's just like that. They have a whole like network in society
Mhm.
that's actually really.
They're
interesting.
space cops. They're literally space cops.
Sorry, I'm glad we're on Green Lantern though, because I really think like Green Lantern's like so fucking dope and like very like they need to do more space stuff.
yes,
Does that make sense? Like,
yes, they do.
because like
They need
the
to do
DC
something.
universe is so like, yeah, they could go so many cool directions if they're willing.
Mhm.
Like, instead
It's
of trying
funny.
to make
It's called the
Superman,
DC universe, but we only be on Earth.
like, bro, you have like, I'm so frustrated because like you could start with you could have the Green Lanterns, right, and like have them show up in here and there, and like, bro, there's Blue Lanterns, there's only
There's-
women Pink
and-
Lanterns.
The
Black
Violet
Lanterns?
Lantern Corps.
Black Lantern, dude, that's a whole
Black
plot line.
Lanterns is a whole different thing. I don't know if we need to touch that.
I would do anything for
It's
that. plot.
basically DC zombies. We ain't ready for that.
Bro, no,
we ain't ready for
I
that.
want to see the leader of the Black Lantern use Bruce Wayne's skull as a
Oh,
weapon because
God.
that's what he uses as a weapon.
Oh, God.
He digs out Bruce Wayne's skull and beats people to death with it. That's badass. I want to see
was-
that. If you're
that
gonna
was
go dark, give me the Black Lantern. Stop trying to play it. You know what I mean? Like,
that's cool.
But
I
no,
know,
there's
right?
a
But
whole.
It'd be so hard to do.
There's a
They'll
whole.
never get there. They'll never get there.
There's
You
a
will
whole
never see
bit
it.
of lore going around by the Lancers alone in the universe. Yeah, that could be explored.
And they just don't.
I think they will. I think they will eventually.
Because the Lanterns are their Guardians of the Galaxy. Like, you know what I mean?
No, the
Like, by,
Lancers
like, they explore
are
their
Marvel's
universe. That's what I mean.
Nova Corps.
Yeah. But I mean, by that, I mean, like, they're your introduction to, like, the space.
Oh yeah.
That's what I meant.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Because you have Superman, but, like, he doesn't do shit. And, like,
And that's the thing, he could do shit if you want to make. Again, if you want to make Metropolis and Gotham sister cities or what the fuck ever, then have Superman go off and do some space shit.
I'm down.
You know?
Like, go to Hawkwoman's planet. I don't
I'm
know.
sorry, what?
Go to Hawkwoman's
I
planet.
thought you said go to Aquawoman's planet. I'm like, what the hell are you talking
Yes.
about?
Now go to New Genesis.
Aquawoman. I can't.
There could be so much you could do with New Genesis.
Bro, I truly believe whoever writes the cartoons needs to start writing the
Oh yeah, that's.
I don't give a fuck. Like I understand they're just like, oh, the budget. Oh, we don't know if we want to animate that. I don't know. I don't give a fuck. Whoever's writing Young Justice needs to write the movies.
Nah, man, that's been a thing since like the because their animated universe is better.
I've heard their animated shit is just
Give a bunch-
people talk about Judas Contract. Still.
Teen
that.
Titans versus Justice League, gas. Judas Contract, gas. Like fucking. Like all the animated Justice League and like all the Teen Titans movies are so fucking good, and like the stories, all the characters are all linear. Like their animated universe is
Their animated universe is a cinematic universe.
So it, like everything makes sense if you watch the movie, like Batman and Robin. Watch that in order, then watch Justice League. Like they all make fucking sense, and it's like, bro, like whoever's writing this, take the exact script and put that in real life,
So
and I would
it's-
watch this shit.
So
like,
it's crazy because it's like we know you can do it,
that's the most
but
frustrating.
you just refuse to.
Well, I hate when I'm watching Young Justice and I'm like, oh, this is so good. Why can't the movies do it? Like, because every bit of Young Justice is so like, I'm sorry, I sing praises about that show.
No, it's a great show. It's an amazing show.
I want another season.
Have you seen season 3?
Yes.
Great.
They did Aliens. They did like they did everything in 3 seasons in a way that like it's not too much.
Young Justice is so good. I think there should be the Static Shock spinoff from Young Justice. You know how much I would love that
My favorite part
shit.
about Young Justice was the jokes about Static not getting a girlfriend.
Yeah.
Damn.
There was,
Yeah,
there
no,
was
that
only
episode
7
is
jokes.
yes.
Like,
He's like, man, I gotta get me a
Yo,
girlfriend.
and he's
man."
like, yo, so we're on this mission, like, it's just us 5? And he's like, yeah, like, he's like, Cassie wasn't free? Wonder Girl? Batgirl? Like, he was just naming girls, like, he's like, and like, everyone's like doing like couple things, and like a couple team up, and he's just fighting by himself. He's like, I really need a girlfriend. Like,
This man is just over here like, help me, please.
I think you're right. A Static Shock, like spinoff of Young Justice, would honestly be because
Amazing.
he's kind of in it. He's in it enough. Where I'm happy as a Static
No, he
Shock
started. Yeah, he started to be introduced. Like him, they did Justice by him, Apache Chief,
Fan. Yes.
and the Mexican Tornado Kid.
Bro.
Like I didn't even know he was a
Blue
superhero.
Beetle. They did. That
They've been
was
wanting
the
to do
first time I've seen Blue Beetle, and I was in love. I was like,
They have been wanting to do a Blue Beetle thing since Smallville.
I'm glad they fucking did, because Blue, and like that's another fucking hero you could throw in that leads into fucking Aliens. Blue Beetle is fucking dope.
Another Trae D. Price fact: there was gonna be a Blue Beetle show where he was voiced by Will Friedle, who, if you didn't know, voices Terry McGinnis, Batman Beyond.
I love Terry McGinnis.
Yep.
I love Batman Beyond.
Yeah,
Batman Beyond. is my
Batman
shit.
Beyond was that.
Yep.
Like,
That's my shit.
That
I need to rewatch.
That was that intro too, like that rave kind of like
Go
gothic theme.
go watch their IGN or somebody has a documentary about Batman, Batman Beyond or Batman the Animated Series. Go watch that. It's very interesting. You'll enjoy that.
I'll definitely get into that because it like, God, like I'm just so sorry. Back to like that's sorry, just to relate back to the movies. That's why I'm like I'm a huge DC fanboy. Said it multiple times. I'm okay with this movie because I know it's one of the best. It's the best version of Justice League I'm probably gonna get for the next 20 years.
Which is sad.
It really depends.
I don't see us getting another Justice League in another 20 years.
I think we can.
We'd have to push for it.
It literally. Well, I think. Well,
Like the
nothing we
campaign of,
say is gonna do because Justice League because Warner Brothers does whatever the fuck they want. They'll cancel
money,
and
yeah.
create whatever the fuck they want. Because Young Justice. Speaking of Young Justice was great and amazing on Cartoon Network, but it didn't sell enough toys, or it didn't sell toys to the right demographic. So let's cancel it.
Let me get sorry. First off,
That shit still wows me out to this day.
And it's fucking. You know what's the ridiculous part about that too? They got mad at canceling it and like the inconsistency.
Mm-hmm.
But then this is how they made their first season, right? 5 episodes, 6-month break, 3 episodes, 2-month break, end of season. And then they wondered why people stopped. Like you had a half a year where you and like I can't even remember the reason. I think they just didn't want they weren't sure about the. I think it was the same reason.
No,
they weren't sure about the popularity.
Are you talking about Young Justice?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, they sold the toys sold to the wrong demographic. Girls were buying the Young Justice toys, and they wanted a large demographic of boy fans to buy those toys. They didn't, so canceled. They also did the same thing to, not for the same reason, but they did the same thing to the Green Lantern animated series, to Beware the Batman. Static got 4 good seasons.
It didn't have merch. They wanted to do more, but they didn't have enough merch.
Right.
Sorry, I read into that because I was like, why did it get canceled? Not enough merch.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know there was merch as a kid.
But
I was like, guess what?
There's also a sort of beef between DC Studios and DC and Warner Brothers, and also Warner Brothers and Cartoon Network.
Yeah. They had because I agree. I don't know what was going on during that period, but remember, as a kid, Saturday morning cartoons, it was all over the place because you had Justice League on Cartoon Network and usual Teen Titans, all that shit. But then Justice League would also come on Warner Brothers, and Yu-Gi-Oh would come on Warner. I was so confused. Maybe that was part of that.
They would also
and then
do
they
a
had
thing,
a split. Maybe?
And this is something that a lot of networks do that is really stupid. They'll do a thing along with the hiatuses in between. They also do things Beware the Batman when it was coming on. That it usually have its time slot of being on Saturday nights or Friday nights on at 7:00. Blah blah blah. But then when they do the hiatus, they bring it back and it's now it's on Adult Swim. Now it's on Saturday mornings. They'll just change the time slot to different. They'll just round robin that shit to where you don't know when it's coming on, so you just lose interest. They'll do that shit just to bring down the ratings, just so they can have another reason just to say it didn't pull enough, cancel it.
Yeah.
Yeah, these studios like to self-sabotage shit for some reason. I'm mad at you, Nickelodeon. I'm still mad about Korra.
I think a lot of it could be internal politics that we don't see.
It really could be. It's just I don't get why you would want something that can profit you greatly to fail. That's why I'm glad that we have Avatar Studios. I hope that the creators have creative control because the studio, as we've seen, cannot be trusted. We've seen it. They literally canceled this show. Damn near after every season, it just got renewed.
Dude, they
Avatar
do
was
this.
So fucking. Sorry, just side note.
No,
just before we go back to because I was really fucking mad because the creators were going to do the Zuko finding his mom's story right after the end of the series, but I didn't even know Avatar wasn't popular by the time of the show was ending apparently. So it wasn't getting enough ratings. So because they put the last 4 episodes together at the very end. I remember watching that shit live because it was back to back to back to back. And yes,
that shit was a special day, bro.
I remember
I had my snacks.
Me and my sisters, we had my mom because we didn't fuck around. My mom got us pizza. We were just bet. We sat down. We watched all of that shit. It was great. But the point of that was though to see that block to see the ratings, and if it was good, then they would give the movie. Apparently the ratings weren't good. And they didn't give the movie. Instead, they did that shitty Nickelodeon movie that no one fucking liked. And
that didn't exist.
God, it doesn't. And then and now you look dumb as fuck here. 10 years later, because everyone's watching this shit on Netflix, and we're like, wait a minute, wait a minute.
See, here's the thing about that is that this also, since they own the properties, they can literally do whatever they want with those properties.
I know. Which
is why they can take those things and I think what was it, Korra for some of the episodes was viewed online only.
Yep.
They can view those. They can put things online so that they can bring up traffic to their streaming services and whatnot. So things with Young Justice. Now guess what? It's an HBO Max original that they can just keep putting out things for their services. They can keep these things in there. They don't care. If it fails, they can still hold it in their back pocket and then bring it back out to help them further. Yeah. Things being on Netflix. I think Nickelodeon has some kind of deal with Netflix because a lot of their stuff is going to Netflix, as well as original Nickelodeon movies starting to appear on Netflix. There's a Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie coming out for Netflix. So there's kind of partnerships in order to help themselves out from that. They're playing weird Code Geass type games with their properties.
They need to put out better content.
I agree.
Or at least stop fucking the content that they have.
Yeah. You're not wrong.
I know as a studio head, you don't really have faith in the project. You just have faith in the numbers and what the returns are because the end justify the means. That's why we need. I would love to see a world where the creatives are actually at the helm of like the decisions that are made with properties.
Yeah.
Instead, like a creative that has a business sense can put out something better than a studio and a creative as a separate entity trying to put out something because their visions are completely different.
Don't forget the China filter.
Sometimes, because then other times we get
Tyler Perry.
Image Comics, and then we get ultra violence, and we just don't need that sometimes.
I mean, I guess.
I
don't know what you're referencing, but
Todd McFarlane and his group splitting off from Marvel, DC.
What
and
did they make?
They made Image.
I mean,
So,
Image has some cool shit.
Spawn and all that shit. Yeah,
okay.
the birth of Spawn. It is cool. It's mad 90s. And sometimes kind of problematic. It just sometimes some people need some reining in.
I mean, yeah, that's true. That's true. Some people, not everyone's great, but it would just be.
It would be good.
It'd be nice if the studios didn't intentionally sabotage some projects, and you can tell, like Disney with Raya. There has been no marketing or advertising for that movie, and then they put it on the streaming service for $30 that you have to pay to see a movie that you don't really know about.
Yeah, like.
And then they're surprised when it fails or when it doesn't bring back the numbers that they want.
You know why Soul did so good? Because I didn't have to pay $20 to see it. You know why I saw Soul like 5 times? Because I didn't have to pay $20 to see it. Soul? Because that was on Disney Plus. You didn't have to pay extra for that.
You
right?
did?
Nope. Soul was free. Because I remember, right? Because I saw Soul. No, it is. Because I saw Soul 3 or 4 times.
That is literally the only movie that they've done that for. Then that is strange.
And if you think about, that's like one of their most streamed movies ever. One of their most popular. If you haven't seen Soul, please watch it. So fucking good.
Yeah, Soul was amazing.
And Disney Plus is stop. I'm paying for your streaming service. Don't put a fucking movie on there for $30 to make me pay extra. Fuck you. That's how I feel about that.
I have mixed feelings about it.
No.
I can understand charging for because of COVID. Like if Black Widow came out last year like it was supposed to, if they put like a $15 surcharge on it, that's still a little high, but that's understandable.
Yeah.
But of course, they're not marketing towards me or anyone that I know or anyone about the people that I know. They're marketing towards people that have kids. Yeah. Because families are the best demographic outside of China.
They are.
Here.
Yeah.
Everyone markets for children and for people that have children. That annoys the fuck out of me because we don't get a lot of great shit, and we do get a lot of great shit like Gravity Falls. I do love you there.
Fuck Gravity Falls in a good way. Fuck yeah, Gravity Falls.
But it's just so annoying that every business reason for anything ever is to maximize our profits. We have to focus on the family unit as a target. That means that when we price things, it's for families. People, a family of 4. That's 4 fucking people, bro.
Yeah.
$30 makes sense for 4 people, but that's not the majority. Well, apparently it's not. Apparently it is the majority of the people, but the people that are actually talking about the movie that I'm interacting with, and that a lot of the network, from me of people that are interacting with this, don't have kids, or at least they don't have fucking 2 of them.
Yeah, no, and no, I'm 100% agree. It's annoying, and it's because family because they're oh yeah, Mulan, $30. Oh, I guess if you're watching it for a family of 4, that's about the price you pay for movies. No, nigga, I go to Radford Theater to see for $5 and I get $5 popcorn. That's $10 right there. I'm sorry, it's not. Is it $5? It's 10. No, Radford Theater was cheap as fuck. Point is, I can see anything there.
You're thinking about small theater chain in a small town, though.
But even if you go
they're
to
thinking
an
big
AMC,
city prices.
$10 a movie, 15 maybe.
15 maybe.
Max.
That's for one person.
Yeah.
Then 2 people, that's 30. 4 people, that's a lot. Yeah, because I can't do math. But okay, thank you. Sorry, I'm not a calculator.
Here's how I feel
Clocks.
about it. How what are you gonna sell that DVD to me for? When I see that DVD in the bargain bin, what is it gonna be the price on that DVD?
Price from Jump is $30. Price at the bargain bin, $5. Yeah,
maybe 10.
And you know those.
Maybe
And like
did.
the thing about movies, come on, guys, you know we're just gonna bootleg it.
Shut up.
Make it. I mean, I would never encourage bootlegging. I would never steal anything.
We are not pirates.
Never. I buy everything. But if I were not to
So
buy
thank you
it,
for listening to this.
And shut down.
it's like that Long Beach Griffin video. It's like y'all ain't getting me. No, shut this video down. Y'all ain't getting me. This man Carl came too revolutionary too fast.
Right. You're a little
right.
too- you're a little too left.
I pay for all my movies. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying other people.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
Other people would just find them and download them, bro. Like, especially at $30.
I mean,
Like
look,
that's worth the 5 minutes it takes to Google where to find it. You know what I mean?
Plus, they'll put it out on Disney Plus later for free in a couple of months anyway.
I saw Mulan 2 months later. I had no problem.
Yeah.
I did not give a fuck that I missed the first 2 months because guess what? No one else saw it the first 2 months.
guys, calm down. Okay, you're dealing with people who are 100 years your senior who
That's the
only
problem.
know the old methods.
Bro,
That's the real problem, for real.
that's the real problem. Like, sorry to get that's the real problem with everything. We just got
Yep.
old people just like who don't know how technology works.
Mm-hmm.
Like, sorry.
And don't care to know.
Just complete side. Like, for example, like, do you know defense budgets for the United States? Why the fuck are we investing in missiles when you could just hack things? We should just be funding a bunch of nerds sitting in a room who can break into fucking anything instead of trying to fucking build missiles worth billions of dollars.
Because
Side
we
note.
aren't nerds, dude. Guns are cool.
We should-
G.I. Joe.
Meanwhile,
real
Russia in our
American
election
hero.
system, Russia on Twitter taking over everybody's accounts. The amount of black Trump supporters I see on Twitter that I'm just like, let me look at your profile and like go to their profile and it's just like you just Russian bot, Russian like, and he's like and like tweets that like, oh, I'm a black guy and I think Trump's doing great.
Are you?
I remember a real popular one.
Which one?
Fuck. I can't remember exactly what happened. It was some, of course, incredibly racist shit said.
Yeah.
And then it comes to find out that the account was a black dude.
Yeah.
But he's apparently also a real person. But I also don't know. It was real strange. But that's a topic for a different time.
Correct.
That's a topic.
Back to DC. I'm so sorry, y'all.
All I'm trying to say, this is a damn near 2-hour podcast.
You thought I was playing
Yeah,
earlier
I don't
when
know
I
why-
said a 4-hour podcast.
Yeah, I don't know
about
why
the
y'all
4-hour
did this.
Because I still have stuff to talk about.
Have fun editing.
What do you have to talk? What can you put? All right, it has been me and
let's-
Carl dominating a lot of this back and forth
Because I like to observe
Nah,
the conflict.
and instigate.
This is just clicking buttons.
Mark
He's like, I know it's gonna piss this
instigated.
nigga off.
No, but okay.
Yeah.
Let's talk about all the fucking slow motion in this movie.
Yeah,
You
That's
love
egregious.
this movie, but it's silly. This movie is a silly film. Apparently someone did the math. 10% of the movie is slow motion. That's a lot less than I would say, because the movie has two. It's either a long clip or it's slow motion.
keep talking.
And the two biggest examples are the Lois Lane clip at the beginning.
Oh my god, that's so egregious.
And oddly enough, the Flash scene when he uses his power for, I guess we see for the first time, to save Iris. His slow motion run is so stupid and ridiculous looking. It's just silly to me.
So I feel like,
It might just be me.
this is
I'll
going
let
to be
him-
one of those moments where I disagree with you. Like, we talked about this before.
we did. I knew you would.
I feel like they tone it down in this cut from the Whedon cut, because in the Whedon cut you do see a lot where he does that run, and they said something stupid in like one of the interviews, like, "Well, we've studied how actual runners run, and this is how they run." It's like, I ain't never seen a
I ain't
runner.
never seen
I ain't
Usain
seen
Bolt
a
do that.
you know what I mean? And if Usain Bolt ain't doing that, then you don't need to be
you
doing
ain't
that.
Usain
I
Bolt,
agree.
you know. Like,
But here, the only time he did kind of that stupid thing, and it was practical, is when he was trying to go through the door, and he uses his finger as like that concentrated
That was
point to
cool,
break it.
though.
Yeah, right. So that's like the one time that he does like that throwing out there, and there are other times he kind of looks like he runs normally.
he kind of does it again at the end when he was gathering the energy
But that's
for
because he's trying
the.
to touch the cube, though.
No, I know that. Like, it didn't look silly then,
Yeah,
though.
okay.
But it's just like that scene is like the introduction of the slow mo that we've already seen a million times, and one of the few reasons we should have slow mo in this movie. Like, as a guarantee, you're gonna have slow motion when you're dealing with the Flash.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just the way that he just starts. It just looks silly. It just looks ridiculous.
I think the biggest
Maybe
problem
we'll
with me...
after the cut, we'll just rewatch the clip and I'll just show you exactly.
Yeah,
what
sure,
I'm
sure,
talking
sure.
about.
Since we're
Because
talking
it
about
just-
things that are silly, can we
it's
talk about
just
the song
silly.
that played every time Wonder Woman showed up on screen?
There's
Because
Okay,
honestly,
whoa.
I love that.
Are we
after
talking about her theme?
Like that. No,
I
That
like
was the
that.
best
like,
thing.
no,
That is
like
my
the
favorite
vocals,
thing.
like the vocals, like every time she showed up, like those one vocals, like those one kind of like. I kind of liked it. I just thought it was funny.
dig it.
Like
I dig it.
every time it came on, I was like, oh, like every time I hear it, I'd be like, all right, Wonder Woman's about to show up.
If we're done to talk about silly songs, we can talk about the song selection for every slow motion scene in this movie. Just about
Every
and
slow
they're all a
motion
different
scene,
song, and they're all what is the point of this decision?
it literally was the sex scene from from Watchmen 7 times over.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I'm not gonna lie to you. I skipped ahead. Every time I started seeing slow motion, I skipped ahead a little bit. I'm not gonna lie to you. I can get
I
it.
stuck it out and went.
There
through the
was
suffering.
There was a moment where when the Aquaman is introduced and he's walking and he's doing that little slow mo catwalk.
Yeah, that okay.
I got up and made a sandwich and came back. Motherfucker was still walking.
Okay.
That made me a little upset.
There were a few scenes, and one just to point out the Aquaman one, that whole Aquaman them singing as he walked in the ocean thing. What the fuck was that, Zack Snyder?
That was creepy.
Also,
fuck was
when I
that?
talk about creepy, old girl sniffing his sweater. What is up with Zack Snyder and creepy scenes in this
Why?
movie,
Okay,
bro?
why did Aquaman have a shirt when he saved the guy in the water? And then when he's gonna go back into the water, he takes it off then. Why don't you just wear wear it or don't? Wear it or don't, Aquaman. No, because that was a contingency that kind of bothered me. I was like, why?
Mm-hmm.
Why? Just like also you're Aquaman. You just threw a fucking bottle into the ocean, sir.
Yes, he did. Yeah, that shit got me. I'm like,
he drank
save
that
the ocean.
He drank that whiskey and said, "Yeet."
That's your home. Those are your people.
Nah.
That's your domain.
He's like, humans are so destructive.
That shit that got me. I forgot. I forgot.
That one that
about
geeked me. I laughed.
Yep.
I laughed out loud. I was like, "Are you serious?" I was like,
This is
"Aquaman,
bad.
why?"
God
Arthur,
damn,
no.
man. This is the shit I be talking about. But also the biggest thing, and I can't believe I forgot about this until literally just now. I think it's probably one of the things you want to bring up. The 4:3.
Oh yeah, that was the last thing I was gonna bring up.
The aspect ratio of
To
the whole
preserve
film.
the vision
Okay,
of Zack
so-
Snyder's creativeness.
You
We
guys
have
know
to
more
do it
about
in
like what you
4:3.
should do when you film more than I do. So like, what was the problem with the 4:3? Because
It's
as
a-
someone who just was watching it,
Hold
I
on.
didn't see a problem.
I'm gonna get a little bit technical here
You
because
can.
I did read it afterward. I did read afterwards about a little bit more about that
Does it
because I just
show
had to figure out why. Some people say yes, it shows more because instead of doing it in 2.35 to 1 aspect ratio where it's more widescreen and you do cut off the top and the bottom, so you have to frame everything down. You do see a lot more to where it's 4:3. You can see more of the top and the bottom.
Yeah.
But you also take away from the wideness of the scene.
Yeah.
So apparently it's better. That format is better for IMAX.
But
So they
this
could
is
be doing it.
HBO Max.
Well, they could be doing that for when theaters get back and they do a re-release of this in IMAX theaters.
And I'll watch it. I'll watch it. I will I will sit through another 4 hours. I will in theaters. I have a gas mask. I'm down.
But my thing
Coding
is,
it.
my thing is, man.
I'm so
My
tired
thing
with
is,
you.
I really will though. That's the worst part.
I don't believe that because
don't.
me watching this film, so much is taken away. I guess it's because I'm so used to the 2.35 to 1 aspect ratio that when you do 4:3 is like old CRT TV to me, not HD. And that Aquaman Bruce Wayne scene to me especially just feels egregiously overcut to where it feels like jump cuts because so much is just at the edges of the frame. And it's jarring to me.
Okay. Yeah, no, I do agree. Cause I would one thing I did have a huge problem with,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know if it was the Arctic scenes. Every scene that had to do with Aquaman in the north.
Mm-hmm.
And also just
Search your feelings.
a lot because
No,
a lot of that whole Bruce to Arthur scene.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why I didn't like it.
Yeah.
I don't. It maybe because it felt because I don't know.
That's that cinematic thing,
I'm
man.
gonna rewatch it. It might be
authentic.
that because it did feel kind of cutty, and I like at one point I was just kind of like, I was almost kind of confused because I was like, when did you get maybe it might be the same scene you were talking about, but like there was like. You know what, Trae? I take it back. The Aquaman, the scene at the beginning that you were talking about when you said,
all I'm saying is they could have put a 4 months later on that bitch or something. You know what I mean?
You're fucking right, because I was so confused about like that whole Aquaman scene. I was like, all right, so like when is this? And like, and he went to the Arctic twice, or did Aquaman just save some random fisher?
He saved the random fisher,
and then Bruce Wayne was there again.
No, that was when he saved the fisher dude, threw him on the table, and was like. Took a whiskey or whatever from the barkeep. He was like, it's on him. And then that's when he went out to the catwalk and then threw the shit in the ocean, disregarding all sea life, and then swam to talk to Volko at the King's throne.
Okay, bet. All right. See, like,
and we got a scary ass looking Willem Dafoe.
I didn't want to go to the Arctic place twice. It didn't. That's what didn't make sense to me. Like, I felt that if you're like, you didn't need that scene. He could have just swam. As
usual, leave your thoughts down below. Comment. We have comments so many places. We're on Twitter, we're on Instagram, we're on Facebook, and of course, if you're listening to this on Facebook, you can comment there. If you're listening to these on iTunes, then do iTunes things. I don't know. Rate and review us if you really do if you love us like that. Rate and review us so that we can be like the first thing people see, and not like the chit chat or from Wisconsin or the movie club from Walla Walla, Washington. Ugh. Those guys suck. Exactly. I've seen them. They're the worst. Dog shit. But speaking of finding people, Carl, where can people find you on the internet?
Oh shit, y'all. If y'all ever trying to find me, my @'s I stream on Twitch. I'm on Instagram and I'm on Twitter. On Instagram and Twitch, it's major_mangoes. Major spelled like the rank MAJOR_mangoes MANGOS, no E. And same thing for Twitch and Instagram and Twitter. It's just that, except no underscore.
Okay.
Yeah, just check me out.
Shakis, got anywhere they can find you on the internet? You got anything you want to pimp right now?
No, but in preparation for things, you can follow me on Twitter @SpacetimeLegend.
Okay.
Follow my dude Spacetime Legend.
That's some foreshadowing. There are things possibly.
There are things that will be happening this year, unless I get fucked.
Okay, well that got graphic.
But I don't plan on being fucked. So
just keeps going. Yeah, I would never get past the censors. Anyway,
fuck the censors.
Damn it, man.
Man, we're getting shadow banned.
Can we just? They are revolutionizing on this podcast. Can we chill? But that's it. That's it from us. If you did hang out this long, and I might have the same ending for every single one. So if you hang out for the first episode or the last of this series, we enjoyed your company. Hope you enjoyed ours. Let us know your thoughts. We're out. Peace.
In the Middle East.
It was gas.
I need to bring us together. There are enemies coming from far away.
They serve an old power.
This world is divided. No protectors here. No lanterns.